a not a big blow to the Steelers defense, one that they'll have to overcome, obviously, but more so than that, a blow to the future of Cory Trice here. What were your thoughts when you saw and realized today at practice that this is legit and Cory Trice, he probably is about to miss some time?
Yeah, it's I hope this doesn't sound too dramatic. It's honestly heartbreaking because I'm a fan of Cory Trice, and I think the amount of chances that he has been given due to his talent and potential, which I am fully in agreement with, it can only happen for so long, and he only gets so many opportunities. And it just seems like I agree with the comments he made a couple of days ago. He certainly could be a top guy if everything fell his way, but part of being a great NFL player, being the top guy, is being available and being healthy. And as much effort as he clearly puts into it, as hardworking as he is, as determined as he is to get back, it stinks because it just seems like for whatever reason, his body just can't handle what's going on in the rigor. And as soon as he seems to be getting healthy again, boom, another, and it's always the lower body too. So it really stinks. It's not a huge loss. I agree with you in that sense. Like, the Steelers defense is already pretty bad. How much better was Cory Trice going to make it in week 9 of the regular season? I don't know, but I was certainly ready to give him a shot, hoping that he would get another shot. And
Yeah.
so I am just my heart goes out for him. Hopefully it's not too bad of an injury. Hopefully he can, he's still within the practice window coming out of IR, but it seems like he's going to have to revert back to the IR.
Yes.
Depending on how this goes. So just what a crappy turn of events for him. Very, very spooky, haunting in the bad way. So
No, I don't disagree. It's a terrible situation, but it's probably the end of Cory Trice. Like, at this point, you can't trust this guy to be on the field. You have to move in a different direction. I think personally, the Pittsburgh Steelers, even if he does come back healthy, can't trust. Like, you were back for 2 days and you suffered a knee injury. At that point, it's time to, I don't want to say immediately move in a different direction, but you can't look at Cory Trice as a guy that you could rely on to be on the field. You just can't. And you have to look for other options. And there are other options out there. The Pittsburgh Steelers can look at a Daryl Porter, they can look at a Beanie Bishop or Dante Kent and try to figure it out. And it's not great, but it's honestly the best ability is availability, and Cory Trice does not have that. And because of that, you're not even taking a step backwards. You're taking a step back from a guy who's played 6 games in 3 years and who's suffered 1 major injury, 2 major hamstring injuries, and now another knee injury. And you're thinking you have to figure it out. I do think, unless you feel differently, I don't think that we will see Cory Trice play football for the Pittsburgh Steelers potentially ever again.
I unfortunately, I do think you are right. I remember we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago and about how, like, this was probably the last big shot he would get within the Steelers organization, and it seems to have quickly gone away. So unfortunately, I want to disagree with you. I want to say no, the Steelers are going to give him every shot once again, but they can't. They need to improve the secondary. They can't wait any longer on Cory Trice's availability. He's not going to be the next best option come the NFL trade deadline on Tuesday. So they're going to have to move into a different direction. And I just think that means Cory Trice is probably going to end up going back onto IR, like I said a minute or two ago. It's going to cost him his chance to come back this season. And then the Steelers are just going to be like, listen, you've played 6 games in 3 years. You've been injured 600 times in 3 years. It just hasn't worked out. It stinks. You're a hell of a player, hell of a person. We just can't keep you around any longer. It just doesn't make any more sense.
I 100% agree. And as I say that, the sunglasses, they're coming off. The regular glasses, they're going.
It was Noah the whole time.
It was Noah the whole time here. We're back. I feel like now I just went from the Big Lebowski to Noah from 6 to 7:30 in the morning, somewhere in that ballpark. Just a smooth transition. But now I can see you guys. This feels great. I'm not going to lie to you. It was a struggle out there for a second. Cory Trice, I think I agree with you. His time most likely over. You can't sit around and wait for a guy like this. You have to move in a different direction. Corner is going to be such a big part of how they rebuild it this offseason. And you can't bank on Cory Trice being there as an option.